HD. ZNS Network presents The Bahamas Tonight. This segment of the news is brought to you by BTC, powered by Lime.
Welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition. Good Sunday evening, everyone. I'm LaDawn Davis. Thanks for joining us. The Bahamas Communications and Public Officers Union is calling on the government to immediately address what they are branding as the myriad of concerns affecting their members. During a press conference held late this afternoon at the union's Farrington Road headquarters, BCPOU President Bernard Evans addressed several issues his union has recognized recently. The BCPOU chief lamented that the rising concerns like alleged victimization, staff reduction, and overall low morale needs to stop. The union is now calling on the Prime Minister to intervene, even if that means taking strike action.
We are tired. We have had enough. I've taken the diplomatic road. I've taken a lot of hits from my own executives who said that I've been a little bit too passive. All right, but I was allowing the time frame for them to get what they needed to get done, and bring answers to us. And it hasn't been forthcoming, and so we got to take matters in our own hands now. And so it begins today. There are those who run this country who are on opposite sides, but they are together in business. And this is a fact. But until that trickles down, right down to the bottom of the person at the bottom of the totem pole, this country will forever be divided, and the sufferings of our people will continue.
Hear more on this story in tomorrow's newscast. Now to news from the crime beat. Police here in the capital need your help tonight to locate the person or persons responsible for the country's latest murder. According to reports, it was shortly before 1 o'clock this morning when a man was reportedly found at Wolf Road, west of Jerome Avenue, with multiple stab wounds to the body. Police are currently uncertain of the circumstances surrounding this incident, but they are appealing to members of the public who may have any information that can assist police in locating the suspect or suspects to contact police immediately. Meanwhile, police are combing the island for the person or persons responsible for reportedly shooting a 19-year-old male multiple times. According to police, the incident happened around 4:40 Saturday morning when the victim was on Cambridge Lane off Blue Hill Road. Police confirm the victim is detained in serious but stable condition in hospital tonight. Police are again appealing to members of the public who may have any information regarding this incident to contact them at 911-919-322-3333 or 4, the Central Detective Unit at 502-990 or 1, or Crime Stoppers at 328-TIPS. Over in Grand Bahama, police on that island executed a warrant right before 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon at a residence in the Freeport area. They discovered 70 pounds of suspected marijuana. A male Jamaican national was taken into custody and is being quizzed in connection with this matter. And in Abaco, police on that island searched a man at a club in Dundas Town around 2:25 Saturday morning that led to the discovery of a 9mm pistol, 10 live rounds of ammunition, and a small quantity of suspected marijuana. The young man was arrested and taken into police custody. Police encourage members of the public who may have any information of persons in possession of illegal weapons to call them at 911-919 or your local police station. Police investigations continue into the discovery of a dead baby at the city dump on the Tony Williams-Darling Highway yesterday. A tractor operator at the landfill confirmed to ZNS News anonymously that he found the lifeless body of a 3-day-old baby girl early Saturday morning at the dump site's residential waste section. Minister responsible for environmental health, Kenred Dorset, issued a statement on the matter. He noted that it is with sadness that he learned about the gruesome discovery. Minister Dorset confirmed that an active investigation is underway by police. He said, "May God have mercy on the soul of the innocent baby." Meanwhile, Senior Deputy Director of Environmental Health Services, Thomasina Wilson, informed ZNS News that the department is now looking at a new strategy to screen disposable waste before it's discarded in the landfill.
Hopefully, in the upcoming months, with some recycling and other efforts that I understand may be coming up, we will be able to signal out these things before it happens. Right now, we are still just compiling everything, and it's being pushed and compacted. Okay, but until we start recycling and sorting out various different aspects of the waste stream, it's only by happen chance that we saw made this discovery. Because if it was just in the normal working arena and a normal working way, we would not have seen that.
Wilson also made this appeal to members of the public loitering around the city dump on a daily basis.
Well, we just like to let the general public know that they need to just pay attention to what is going on at the site when they come in here, pay attention to the persons who work here, and follow instructions. The problem we are having out here right now is persons following instructions as to where they ought to be putting their waste and how they ought to be following the guidelines of the site. Okay, we are still having challenges with regards to unwelcome persons scavenging on the site. We have been trying to address that from time. We have it kind of under control, but we are still having a lot of challenges with it.
On the heels of another murder here in the capital early this morning, members of the Bahamas Against Crime organization kept its promise and staged a crime rally in the heart of downtown Nassau this afternoon, hoping to get some attention from the government to formulate a national plan to fight the war on crime in the country. But the numbers for this year's crime rally were far from impressive, with only 35 to 40 people. A few of the attendees we spoke to say while the show of support was a bit disappointing, they are still deeply concerned about the increase and impact of crime in the country, particularly amongst our young men.
Must continue to press the issue. We are still
how we deal with people that have problems with crime and violence, and so it's a comprehensive solutions will require a comprehensive solution because it's a very complex situation.
God is the giver of life, and God's word said if a man takes another man's life or shed his blood, then his life should be taken.
I feel like the only thing we could do to combat this crime is for us to get together as a collective group of people concerned over what is happening to our beautiful island.
We're calling upon every member of parliament, we're calling upon every church leader to get down and to do something to stand up for the right. For too long, we as the church have sat back and we have hid. It's time for us, the church leaders, to get out of the hands of the politicians and get back into the hands of God and stand up for righteousness, because the Bible declares that righteousness exalts a nation.
To cut costs, the Bahamas Electricity Corporation may propose to purchase its own jetty soon. The online definition of a jetty is a structure such as pier that projects into a body of water to influence the current or tide, or to protect a harbor or shoreline from storms or erosion. They are mainly used near facilities that handle oil or power. BEC's chairman Leslie Miller told reporters last week that the government pays ESSO a lot of money to use their Clifton Pier jetty. He's agitating to change that in order for BEC to acquire its own jetty.
The jetty at Clifton, we haven't looked at that aspect of it for at least the last 30 years. You're using the seabed of the Bahamas. You're charging the People's Corporation a throughput fee. But when I look at it, I think the last 5 years, it was some $3 million that we pay. Plus the mortgage charges that we pay when our ship come in with our fuel, and they give preference to the 3 oil companies, Shell, Esso, and Texaco. Why should they not be taxed more when this is a foreign entity taking funds out of the Bahamas? They do little or nothing to assist the Bahamian people. They should pay their fair share of taxes.
When the weekend edition continues, a Bahamian company realizing its dream. That story and more coming up.
My proudest moment being a Bahamian, I think, might have to be on August 10th. I had the opportunity to travel to London and to be a spectator at the games, and for me, the entire experience was, for me, flying my flag and wearing my colors was an extremely proud moment to be in another country and representing where I was from. And everybody was there celebrating in the spirit of being Bahamian, eating Bahamian food, drinking a gumbe punch. We were just having fun. But I think what capped the entire experience off was when it was time for the last race of the games, the men's 4x400 relay. We were, holding our breaths, we were excited, and when Ramon Miller got the baton, and in that last 100 meters, he ran down the guy from the United States, it was like a burst of energy. It was Bahamian pride at its finest. You couldn't pay for that moment. In that moment, I can truly say that I was very proud to be Bahamian. Happy 40th Independence, Bahamas.